Got my boy Florida Zane in here, man.
What's up
In the
with
car
it?
podcast, man. That's how we coming today, man. What you want to talk about?
Man, what's up with it, man? In the car podcast
Yeah,
on these
yeah,
niggas, man.
yeah, they gonna hit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So how Florida was like growing up, man. Yeah, man. How was like growing up in Florida, man.
Florida, a little bit of everything, man.
Yeah,
It's like people want to compare like Florida to down south. They say it's a country and stuff. You feel me? Like we country, but I'm gonna be for real with you through my personal experience, man. Florida, like it's an island to me, man. It's because it's like the sand outside is straight sand. They ain't really got dirt like that. Like even in some of the inner cities in Tampa and shit, you can find like sand for real in a big backyard, bruh. So it like I look at that bit like it's really like an island. We got big ass lizards and shit running around and shit. We got tropical fish everywhere and shit. You feel me? We on two different sides of the water. You feel me? uh it's really turned, man. It's fast paced too, man. Like Florida is not really slow paced at all, man. When you legit out there, you gotta be kind of quick on your toes. You gotta be wise. You gotta be open minded to the thing that's going on around you and shit. You gotta like really beware like niggas trying to trick you off the street type shit, or have you do some fuck shit for them so they could come up type shit, but you gonna take all the consequences in the end type shit, bro. So it like that's how like a little piece of mind of Florida how it really is, bro. The weather tropical damn near always though. It's always about 75. It's gonna rain randomly all the time, man. That's another thing that hoe gonna do, man.
all right. What about them hurricanes?
Man, them hurricanes, man, them
man?
hurricanes ain't really nothing to play with. I know a lot of people probably think, nah, I mean, the shit fun and games, cause we be trolling like on the internet during the hurricane time, but honestly, dog, that's only when it's safe. They not doing that when it's really, really turned for real. Niggas doing that when they know it's kind of safe to go out there, go play in the water type shit in the rain in the middle of their street type shit, bro. But in all honesty, bro, it's a lot of people that lose a lot of shit in life, dog, when it comes to them hurricanes. Some people lose their home. Some people lose their mobile homes. Some people lose their cars. Some people lose their whole community just because like the flooding and how the water gonna rise out there and it's just gonna sit. It's not like it's finna be something to just push the ocean up out that bitch, dog. It can be detrimental to a lot of people, dog.
So let me ask you this right here. Do you believe in the Bermuda Triangle?
Yeah, we definitely got the Bermuda Triangle out there. The Bermuda Triangle is actually something spiritual that they don't like to talk about. The Bermuda Triangle is a blight pyramid that is a magnetic force, and that's why that bitch throw off any frequency that come around that hole and everything disappear, man. And they been knew about it. They been done told us about it, cause man, if there wasn't nothing out there like that, them crackers would have never been so offensive about us being out there trying to figure out what they were trying to figure out. Cause they were definitely trying to figure out some shit.
So what you think they were trying to figure out how to get the energy?
I definitely feel like it's always something spiritual when it comes to certain things, man, because Florida itself is a spiritual island, man. It's a lot of spiritual things that go on in Florida. And like if you not woke, if your third eye ain't open, if you not really hip to catch what's like really going on, man, you might get caught up in damnation out there, man.
And I see Florida got a lot of prostitution
Yeah.
out there. How do you feel about the prostitution in Florida?
Man, the prostitution in Florida to me is ridiculous, man. I'm gonna be for real with you. Me personally, I don't really respect the prostitution game. I don't think that drugging females, day raping females, or basically kidnapping females from a certain part and then driving her way to another part and then forcing her to do your will and your bidding, or you not gonna take her bite because you already know she not financially stable and she ain't got no people, man. So I'm gonna be for real. The prostitution is terrible, man. It's a lot of young females on Molly now. It's a lot of young females smoking ice. They doing strong drugs out there because they so sprung out from the prostitution. And it's like, you know, the only way it can get better is by our people stopping this shit. But unfortunately, it's like we got an evil empire in the world, man. And we can't be blind to it. You just can't be subjected to the bullshit that come with it, man.
So let me ask you this question. What do you feel about the homeless people? Not just in Florida, around the world.
Man. When it comes to homeless people, it's I'm half and half with it. Let me break it down. I'm half and half when it comes to the homeless people. And the only reason I say that is because I done spoke to some homeless people all around, from New York, Florida, South Carolina, California. Like, everybody has a different story.
Yeah.
Some people went homeless because they went through a tragedy at a young age.
Yeah.
Some people homeless because they was raised in multiple foster care because their daddy was in prison and their mama was sprung out on drugs. So they never was even born with a fair opportunity. Yeah. It's some people that are homeless because they straight up told me out their own mouth they got hooked the dope and they stole from every single person that gave them a chance. And they would not stop stealing from you. They said even if you was the nicest, kindest, sweetest heart person, they, as soon as you left your house or you went to sleep, their only job was to sell all your shit as quick as possible so they can have drug money, bro. I done met a homeless nigga who told me he deserved to be homeless because he robbed every single person that he ever came across, dog. And he knew that he felt like it would hit punishment from God, my nigga.
So how do you feel about the Trump situation that's going on with the tariffs and stuff? How do you feel about the tariffs?
What I honestly done learned from the tariffs, or what I feel about the tariffs as a street nigga, it's definitely gonna be a domino effect. A lot of people probably look at this shit like it's not finna hit us, but every time they do fuck nigga shit, we always have to bear the burden, bear the debt, and bear the consequences and repercussions of the shit. And honestly, if nobody really reading into the tariffs actually come back and hit us. So yeah, it's supposedly hit them, but we're the ones that's going to be paying for the tariffs for real.
Hey, y'all, like, subscribe, comment in the car podcast, man, featuring Florida Zane, man. For real, man. Y'all see him a lot, man. For real. So let me ask you another question, though, Florida Zane. Like, when you was younger, did you see yourself as being what you are today?
No. Not at all, to be honest with you. I honestly learned going through this crazy thing called life that sometimes when you make that plan and you feel like you finna go and be this in life, it's something that can alter your situation to where it might have to change that plan, or you might have to put it on the back burner and do something else in the meantime before you can actually get to that main goal, dog. Because my first original plan was to be in culinary arts and be a zoologist. I wanted to fuck with the animals and I wanted to learn how to cook. But the neighborhood a nigga was growing up in, that was considered square. That was lame nigga shit.
Yeah, I feel like, too, sometimes we worry about what our homeboys and neighborhood and people around us gonna think about it. That's why we get stuck in life. Like, that was my problem, too, like, all A's and all that. But, nah, I want to be in the streets. I want to do streets because these folks be cool.
Yeah.
But really, that wasn't cool. That was some lame
sucker shit. Because
man.
I should have honestly been leading instead of being like, damn, you know what, let me follow these niggas. Because when I got older, I'll never forget when I told one of my partners when we turned 19, 20, I said, damn, my nigga, you know, if I would have actually pursued this zoologist shit and went to culinary arts, I already would have been making $160,000 a year from both careers. I say, nigga, did you know that a zoologist nigga get paid damn near $15,000 just to replace a motherfucking lion tooth, nigga? Come on, man. I say, man, with the culinary arts, man, everybody in the world eat, man. That don't never stop. That's something that's a necessity, man.
I wanted to go to culinary art school too.
You hear me?
Man, for real, I should have went.
Should have went. Listening to them fuck niggas.
Cooking. Selling food is just like, it's way better than selling drugs.
It's way better than selling drugs because
selling your body out. Selling your soul. You feel me?
Yeah, man, I'm to the point to where it's like, man, when we gonna understand that we are poisoning our community, man. We are fucking up our community if we want to admit it or not, man. Yeah, we understand everybody need money. We understand everybody in poverty. But it's like, dog, it's a million different ways sometimes. I understand that there's certain people in certain places in certain states that honestly don't have a chance because the economy is so poor out there. It's so bad out there that $500 make them look like a millionaire. So I can't really say like, you know, like it's an easy process. Nothing ain't shit easy on this earth, man. And can't no one man change everything. It's gonna take a lot of men to change everything.
It's gonna take a whole village. Like they say, a village. It take a village to raise a child. It's gonna take a village.
And I strongly believe in that.
Yeah, we gotta stick together, man.
Because when I was a kid, man, my neighbor was able to whoop my ass, send me to my granddaddy's house, tell him what I did, and he still whooped my ass afterwards. Yeah. But it taught me that I should have never been doing what I was doing out there. And it also taught me that I was a reflection of my household, man. And I honestly didn't understand that at first, like what they mean by like when you go out there, you a representation of us in the house. I used to just think, you know, man, ain't nobody finna pay attention to me because I'm just a little peanut head ass. You feel me? Like, ain't nobody watching me. Ain't nobody looking for me. They ain't checking for me, man. But I was mistakenly wrong. They were definitely watching me because get what they end up started saying when they see that a nigga ain't no good. Oh, man, you ain't finna play with that boy over there. Oh, he can't come to our house. Oh, he can't come to our barbecues. Not knowing like when you was doing bad things at a young age, we was low-key closing the door of opportunity because that person that closed that door, what if they was somebody that could have opened up a bigger door for me, man?
You feel me? Yeah, this the Real Life in the Car podcast, man. You feel me? Fresh from Florida, Zane, man. That's how we gotta do it, man. You feel me? It's just like that. You feel me? Yeah, though, man. Okay, so how do you feel about life right now? How do you feel about life, you know? This your interview, you know, the people want to know, like, how do you feel like what's going on in the world, like with Russia, all types of stuff. There's a lot going on. How do you feel about it?
It's a lot going on in the world, and I honestly just feel like it's unfortunately, it's always going to kind of be like a lot going on in the world because we not just in physical warfare, we in spiritual warfare, we in financial warfare, we in mental warfare, we in emotional warfare. You know, like it's so much.
I like that thing.
Hit that that light, man. Feel me? It's so much going on in the world right now that it's like it's always gonna be some type of war within the war somewhere in the world. Even if it's war within the household or if it's war between our governments. Like it just always kind of see that it has to play out with some type of negative, dog. Because it's like logically, how we gonna know who really good if we never knew who was evil, dog? You know, we gotta distinguish that, dog. Like I feel like God make us see evil and go through it so we can understand that like it's a way better love that he gonna present to a nigga that's unmatchable, that's unimaginable, that's never been touched with, dog. You feel me? That's how I feel about it right now. I think that a lot of these people are using their money and they just having a dick measuring competition for real. And I just feel like certain people is so greedy. They feel like it's too many people in the world now and they need to chop down numbers and stuff. And honestly, I think it's unfair because who are we as human beings to tell each other it's too many of us and this world is so big. This world is so big. So it's like, it does kind of mentally bother me because I really care about the kids at the end of the day. The children that's happened to experience that welfare over there don't deserve that.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't care what color they is. I don't care what race they is.
Yeah.
What nationality they is. Us black folks really not like all that shit that they try to portray us to be. Like,
everybody, that's what I'm saying.
At the end of the day,
everybody ain't on drugs, everybody ain't
Right.
a bad person.
right, you know,
Everybody,
like,
you feel me?
them kids over there innocent, man. And for them to just be getting randomly blown up and bombing their cribs in the middle of the night.
in Africa and Kenya and all that, they got their little war going on too.
Yeah, they
How
got
do you
their war
feel about
going on.
that? How do
Man,
you feel like that?
man, I feel like it's a good thing that finally Africa trying to push back against these Europeans. But they gotta understand that, damn, when it's gonna stop within the segregation within itself. Segregation with itself is the most detrimental thing to us. If we can't stop arguing with each other, how we supposed to argue with the enemy? We so busy going back and forth because we so opinionated. Even if somebody knows something true, just because he mad his opinion ain't fly,
Hey, like that thing.
he not finna go with it. You feel me?
In the Car podcast, man. You feel me? Featuring Florida Zane, man. Yeah. So how do you feel about the Lil Dirt situation right now?
With the Lil Dirt situation right now,
Yeah.
I
Let's speak on that.
we can speak on the Lil Dirt situation. I don't know any of them boys personally or anything like that.
Yeah.
But just from me outside looking in,
What do you think?
I think that it's a whole bunch of damaged young black men that got rich and the devil done kind of got to them, dog. I'ma just go ahead and be for real with you. I feel like all them young men went through a lot of trauma. I feel like they put each other through a lot of trauma. I feel like because there's so much pain and bloodshed behind what they've been going through for so many years, it's hard for them to just let it go. Sad to say. Some of them want to be bygones by bygones, and some of them want to keep it going because they still hurt. I feel like it's really unfortunate because he done hit a peak in his career with the music, and now he's going through this to where he gotta face jail time, and he going through some shit to where they trying to say that because of what his associates possibly did or what he possibly done did in the past, it's all coming back 360 to bite him, like it's karma or something.
So let me ask you this: why do you think a black man always fall when we get to the peak of our career? Us black men. Why do we always fall when we get to the peak of our career? Look at Kobe, you know. Just look at Mo 3, you know. Look at all these folks, these black men we lost every time we get power. Why do we always fall when we get power?
I I'm gonna be honest. I just feel like it's a universal code, man. Like, we know we didn't walk that straight line, man. We know that we kind of reap what we sow out here, man. And with some people, when they get money and they get to the peak of their career, instead of having a change of heart, some people honestly push the issue even more, man. And I feel like God is always watching 24/7. And it's like, if he done blessed you to get to this peak of your career to where you could change people's lives on an everyday basis, you can do something good to kind of try to riddle out all the bad that you did in the past. Like, I'm not trying to say that you could pay for your sins using your money, you understand me? But I'm trying to say, like, if you really just do it for the heart and start putting out some good karma, I feel like the good karma will kind of come back to you some way, somehow, man. But if you kind of just keep making fun of dead people, keep trolling dead people, keep talking about these people, we still gotta understand, like, at the end of the day, everybody a family member to somebody, man. Everybody kin to somebody, man. That's still somebody brother, somebody's sister, somebody mama. Like, that's still somebody family member, man. So that's why I look at it like I wish that the black man would get to the peak of their career and they would come together, dog. But unfortunately, the masters at work and the powers that be, they actually thrive off of us beefing and killing each other and stealing from each other. They're actually like coming together, unfortunately.
Well, that's a good answer. I like that. And y'all like that thing. Subscribe, man. In the Car Podcast. Well, let me ask you this next question, Zane. What do you think about the Haitians in Florida? How do you feel about the Haitians in Florida? Like the gangs, like the impact they got in Florida. How do you feel about it? Like the impact, like it's so strong.
The impact that the Haitians got in Florida. Yeah. I mean, when well, let's look at the history, man. Everything that they logically been through, them one of the people that I mean by, like, they started off unfortunate already, you know?
Yeah.
When it come to Haiti, first of all, they split Haiti into two.
Yeah, I did a history project a long time ago.
Yeah, they actually
Creole. They speak Creole. Yeah.
You know, they split Haiti into two.
Yeah, they at war right now. The dude, what's the dude name? Barbecue. Shout out to Barbecue, man, for holding it down, man. Shout out to Haiti, man.
Yeah, man. Sapase, man. Shout out to all my Haitians, man.
Yeah. What you was saying, though? I ain't mean to cut you out, but you know.
When I was looking at the history of it, man, first of all, these people was a motherfucking country that got invaded for the wall, won the wall, and then they turned around and told these people that they had to pay them for winning and fighting the motherfucking wall. Not only that, but they was stripping their land of a very, very important material that naturally grows raw out there. Yeah. That God himself put out there. Yeah. You know, they've been extorting them people. Yeah. They enslaved them people. Yeah. You understand me? When them people was out there telling them, man, we finna fight back, finally, fuck this shit, guess what, man, now they mad. Yeah. Trying to tell them, y'all gotta pay us for all these thousands of years. Haiti has been paying debt to them European motherfuckers for years, man. They shouldn't have paid them $1. Y'all came over here. Yeah. So it's like, if you look at what they go through and what they do to survive, all they know is survival. So can you honestly blame them for real? I'm not saying to give them a pass to let them go super savage, but it was some of them that was already born with no family, no nothing, just poor, born as a poor baby, grew up as a poor adult. Some people don't understand what it feels like to be poor your whole entire life. There has been people out here that are poor their whole entire life. That's something that, bro, you can't talk about that person. We can't fully judge people all the time, especially if you ain't trying to help their situation. We can't just be pointing the finger, because God forbid we could be in the same predicament, man. You never know how life works. I watched a YouTube video of a girl laughing at this dude that was homeless at a bus stop, and 6 months later this lady became homeless in real life. And the dude at the bus stop was the one that helped her to show her how to get around while being homeless, dog. And that right there just speak volumes to me, dog.
Okay, this boy getting a little deep, y'all. So how you think that us as black folks, or just people in general, can make the world great again? I ain't just gonna say black people, because I got people that ain't even black that's my people. So
and I
us
do,
as people,
and I do too.
Yeah.
So let's say us as human beings,
Yeah.
okay, the ones with the soul.
Yeah.
So if you know, you know, okay. Us human beings with the soul, I feel like the only thing that can honestly fix the world is tranquility. I think it's overall peace, man.
Peace in it.
Because when you really think about it, every single human being in this world is chasing tranquility and peace, if you know it or not. Even the person watching right now. The only reason you chasing money is because you want peace and tranquility in your life, which means your comfortability as well. So logically, if everybody was at peace, I feel like that will make the world a better place. If we actually did what God told us to do when He said we should reach one, teach one. We should treat our neighbors like our brothers and sisters. If we honestly did do that, and we all was truly kind-hearted and not deceitful, not conniving, not sliming each other out, not, oh, he is son or sucker, or that one I'm finna take advantage and stab him in the bite. If we truly was not ill towards each other, I really strongly feel like the world will be a utopia. But then again, that'll be taking away our heaven from God, and that's why it's not gonna be like that. We gotta know evil. We gotta know evil so we can actually know what real peace is. Cause God the only one that got that eternal peace, that ultimate peace, that forever peace and love. So it's like the only thing we can do individually as of right now, you got a conscience, if you got a soul, you know right from wrong. It don't matter what you doing. You know right from wrong. I don't care if you a female finessing niggas to feed your kids, or if you a nigga finessing hoes so you can have a place to stay. At the end of the day, y'all all know right from wrong. If we all was to just live in our truth and tell people our real situation, we would honestly probably have a better life, instead of just lying all the time or being so scared about what the next person gonna judge you with about your situation. Cause at the end of the day, it's always another nigga doing worse than the next nigga. Always. It don't matter if he's super poor, it's a nigga poorer than him. This nigga ain't eating the last 2 weeks. It's another nigga who ain't eating the last 2 months. It's another nigga who probably ain't eating the last 2 years. Like, when we think our situation bad, we gotta remember somebody always do got it worse. And we gotta take it into consideration that the only thing we can really do is try to be the best that we can be, and like try to install good behavior on other human beings, man. Yeah.
I feel that. You right about that. So, with that being said, what's step one of doing it? It gotta be steps. It gotta be steps.
Accountability.
It gotta be steps. You just can't out of nowhere do this shit. It gotta be steps.
Accountability gotta be the key factor, because at the end of the day, you responsible. God gave us all free will, but it's our responsibility, individual, to take the accountability to use our free will in the right manner. Every single one of us got to take that account. Fuck playing the blame game, because guess what? We all got these. We all got these. We all got elbows. We can always do the blame. We can always do the blame. And we all got a story. Trust me. We all got a story. Not, I'm pretty sure 90% of us has been traumatized in this world, even at a young age, man. It's been people that's been traumatized. So I understand, like, it's not that easy, you know, because some people still kind of hold on to their past about what they've been through, you feel me? And sometimes they let it define their future character, man. And I feel like they shouldn't do that all the time, man. Sometimes we gotta just kind of live and learn, bro, and just take that and know that I'm finna be better. It's a spy in here. I ain't a fly. That's a government.
Spy.
That's a government.
Get him out.
That's a government.
Get him
spy.
out. We doing it. Yeah, y'all. This In the Car podcast, man.
Yeah, spy just trying. Yeah, that's a spot. That ain't no fly. That's a spot.
Yeah.
They trying to.
So let me ask you this question: how do you feel about 607 what he doing right now across the hill of that? How do you feel about it? And like his impact he got on the internet. Like, you feel me?
With 607 Mr. Quit Playing With Me, swear to God on my mama.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real, man. Like, that is a very interesting individual, man, because he seemed a little crazy.
A little weird, yeah.
Yeah, he seemed a little thought off. But it's like, when you listen and kind of pay attention to his, like, other than the crazy antics and the crazy things that he talk about, I feel like if we really pay attention to the message, he do be having some good messages. It's just on like certain particular topics that he really hit the head on. He'll get deep on. You understand me? I don't know too much about, you know, all the other crazy wild shenanigans. Y'all feel me?
Yeah,
like
what he said about the
him be saying and stuff like that. You know, we're not gonna really.
Yeah, we gonna get in there. Yeah.
I don't know about that, but what I can say as a spiritualist, because I don't believe in religion. I'm a spiritual person, so I just believe in as a spiritualist. Like,
as a spiritualist, how you feel about it?
He be on point with a lot of things. He be on point with a lot of things for real, and it's really down to the point to where, like, if you listen, you'll get the message. if you really pay attention, you gonna gradually get the message. I'm not saying it's in every single interview.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it's in every single podcast. You feel me? But every now and then, it's definitely there. You know, the message is there. It's about how you decipher it, because it's probably not his job to tell you straightforward. It's probably his job to give to you in subliminals, and it's probably your job to reciprocate it and decipher it. You know, like, he's probably not gonna come straightforward out and tell you, but he trying to tell you something.
Yeah. So okay. I feel you on that. There's some deep topics in here today. Okay. So what about this right here? So I'm gonna tell you. How do you feel about the little boy that just went to school and killed the white boy because he's so-called, allegedly bullying? How do you feel on it? The Carmelo Anthony situation.
With the situation with the young man and the stabbing with the other young man.
Yes, it was like 2 stabbings. Right?
I feel like there had to, of course, be more to the story. I don't think that the young particular man that did the stabbing will just randomly pop up and decide out of all days on this day, let me stab and kill this boy. I really feel like there had to be a strong motive behind it. I don't think it had anything to do with race. I just strongly feel like it was boys being boys. And through my personal experience, I've grew up with brothers that used to bully and try to bully other people around me or in the neighborhood, or even try to bully me. And sometimes it's all about what happens, you know, like if you stand up to them already early on, they kind of see that, all right, you know, he ain't really going for this, so we probably need to back off before he actually, like, he might spaz out one day and do something to us. You feel me? And I just think that the brothers was probably just feeling like, you know, we can keep on applying pressure to him because he hasn't done anything yet, or he won't do anything. And I feel like on that particular day, he just snapped. And that young man probably just had enough of the bullying. You know, it's a lot of people that go through bullying and they don't want to talk about it because they gonna make it seem like, damn, you know, I was weak for letting this person bully me. But you gotta understand that when it's more than 2 people, you damn near defenseless. That's 4 different fists that could potentially punch you in your face. You understand me? Not everybody has that heart of a lion and just come out of nowhere, fight 2, 3 people, fight 4, 5 people, and get out there and beat their ass, you know? Not everybody is like that. Some people do feel intimidated when they see more than one person, especially if there's a size comparison. You know, like, I feel like they really tried to just make it about race because we going through a lot of things right now when it comes to the politics. Yeah. But I truly really don't believe kids. That's what I truly believe it was. I truly believe it was just boys being boys because I know how I used to be as a little boy as well. You know, sometimes I did fuck shit too. I wasn't perfect. So I strongly feel like we got to put that shit aside, and they just need to see it for exactly what it was. It was emotional distress for that young man, and he snapped emotionally. He was just tired. None of us know what he was going through on an everyday basis. None of us know what they was doing to him on an everyday basis. We don't know. They tried to make it seem like, oh, this was the first time these kids ever met, and he just decided to randomly stab this young man. No, these young men actually knew each other. They went to the same school as each other. So it's like they threw that story out there with a lot of half of details, and I feel like that's unfair, especially in 2025. We shouldn't.
It's unfair.
We shouldn't really be too much focused about the color and the race. We need to be focused on equality, because we know that it's actually not there when it does come to black people. The equality isn't there.
Nah.
I'm not to sound biased, but it's just that
we get booked and riled up for the wrong thing.
Yeah.
For real.
But I just strongly feel like if the shoe was on the other foot, and
how would we feel? We'll be in our feeling. I ain't gonna lie.
Will we be in our feelings?
Yeah,
like,
I ain't gonna lie.
Because like this white boy, stabbed this black boy, nah, I mean. But what if it was the other way around, and it was two black dudes bullying a white boy? We still would have to call a spade if we like it or not.
I don't condone it. We don't condone it.
Because at the end of the day, nigga, who is you to bully somebody? Who do you think you are to bully somebody? Pressure will bust pipes. When you could put the most smallest, scariest dog in the world in the corner, and you gonna think he not gonna bite until you finally push him all the way into that corner. That dog gonna have a lot of bite in him that day. So it's like, I strongly feel like we shouldn't bully each other as human beings. We honestly, we shouldn't put turmoil on each other. And a lot of the kids bully each other because they're being bullied at home. And they don't want to talk about that.
True. So how you feel about the Texas judicial system and laws they have down?
When it comes to the Texas law system, I feel like it's very unique, for the simple fact is they can literally make their own laws. And I feel like a lot of young men need to really be aware that they start judging them and trial them as adults at a very young age, between like 16 or 17. I believe it is that they can start trying them as adults. So I think that these young men really should study the law. You really should learn the law, so that way you can know if these people are lying to you. You can know if these people are violating your rights. Know what I mean? Like, I want you to educate yourself. There's nothing wrong with being smart. A brain is a terrible thing to waste. My granny used to say, God bless her soul, but she used to say, a brain is a terrible thing to waste, child. You shouldn't waste that brain that God gave you. Use it. So I feel like they need to educate themselves, because they do frequently change the laws out here when it comes to Texas. They do.
They do. Yeah, man. So that's all I gotta say. You got anything you want to tell me? You got anything you want to tell me?
The only thing I want to tell people, man, is that, like, at the end of the day, just try to be a good human being, man. Like, just try to be a better person than what you was yesterday. Day by day, step by step. Know what I mean? Like, it can happen. It's not going to be overnight. Nothing happens overnight but a baby. That's it. Know what I mean? Like, step by step, man. If people really just start taking the accountability, start taking it into consideration to stop being an asshole. I don't mean to be so verbal, but it's just like, certain people know that you get on people's nerves on purpose. You call people and talk bad to them on purpose because you know it's gonna rile them up. You talk down on this person every day because you know it's gonna hurt his feelings just because you can hurt his feelings. Same thing with the girl community as well. Y'all gonna talk down on each other just as bad as niggas do.
Okay, preach.
It ain't no gender when it come to hatred and envy and jealousy. There's no gender, no religion, no race. You understand me? It go to everybody. It go to everybody.
So let me ask you with this question. You familiar with brother Rashad Jamal? You familiar with him?
Yeah, I'm familiar with brother Rashad Jamal.
So you know they locked him up, right? How do you feel about this situation?
I feel like they locked him up because he just wouldn't shut the fuck up. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. He was just trying to wake people up and show people about the secrets of the universe. And a lot of people deemed him to be crazy, weird, or a conspiracy theorist. And honestly, it's okay because his ancestors and God is definitely watching over that man. They know what's really going on with that man. Only God is the one that really truly know your heart and what you did and didn't do. So it's gonna be a lot of people that might try to throw sodium on that man and try to say, oh, but he did this, he did that. But you know, what we don't never understand is that if you wasn't there, if you didn't see it, if you didn't really know, if there really wasn't no DNA evidence type, you know.
So they been framing motherfuckers for the longest.
They've been framing people for the longest. I mean, they use our own people to kill Malcolm and Dr. King. So it's like, you know.
One of these Pop-Tarts?
Yeah.
He hit, right?
He got the Oreo part.
Yeah. In the car podcast, we're gonna keep something, you know.
Yeah, a little snack.
On.
A little snack on.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like real shit. That whole hit.
Yeah, this here right here.
That whole hit. And I just feel like our people need to pay attention. We gotta really like stop just being confidently ignorant on purpose. Like, you know, it's people that watch certain things and they know that people be speaking some real, but they still gonna troll just to be ignorant. And I feel like that's because ain't nobody ever give that person attention in life.
Yeah.
And they always been a pick me type of person. And the only way a fool can never get attention is by entertaining. So he'll act as a jester in front of a lot of people in the kingdom. So it's like, when I look at a lot of things, I just like to get deep with it. So that way people can fully understand, not all of us is the same, but all of us is like kind of like-minded if you think as deep as I think.
Oh, y'all, that Pop-Tart go good with some good milk, some good cold milk. Man, put them babies in the microwave. Man, you got action. On some cinnamon toast crunch cereal. Yeah.
That whole smack.
You gonna smack with the cinnamon toast? Yeah, no.
That whole smack.
Yeah, y'all. That's how we do it over here. You feel me? In the Car Podcast, man. And for all the people that can find you, where they can find you at?
Man.
Can't forget that, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
It's free promotion right now, y'all. I'm giving my brother free exposure.
Man.
You feel me? Where they can find you at, bro?
Man, right now they can't.
Right now they can't, but
they gonna have to come here to find me, man.
Okay. I like that.
They gonna have to come here to find me right now, man. Cause everything under construction right now.
Everything under construction.
They gonna have to come here. Y'all can see me at my worst right now.
It sounds like that boy working up a master plan, y'all.
Yeah, man. You know, you can see me at my worst right now. My hair not done.
Yeah.
You feel me? I need a retwist. You feel me? My hair not done. A nigga going through life. What they say, lifing right now. You feel me? Lifing right now. But I'm always in good spirits because I woke up today. So nigga, as long as it's a will, it's a way.
Boy, getting deep out there.
I look at it like, man, you know, a lot of people complain, but man, you got breath in your lungs, and we able to walk around and do what we need to do. If we physically able, that's a blessing in itself. Man, there's some people in the world that unfortunately were born with no legs or something, no arms or something. They was probably born paralyzed or scoliosis or something like that. You feel me? With a spinal cord disease or something that left their body paralyzed. So it's like, always take that into consideration, man. You know, it's somebody that wish they can do what you was doing. Even if you think that you doing the bare minimum in life, there's somebody that wish they can do that. Even your bare minimum, they wish they can do your bare minimum. I feel like we should take that in the heart. You know what I mean? Like, don't beat yourself up too much in life. Don't stress yourself out too much in life. Don't go too hard on yourself. Like, it's not easy climbing that tower. It's not easy actually getting to where you fully confidently want to be in life. It's gonna take some time. Like, and it's okay if people talk about you during your stages or your process or your struggle. It's okay. Just let that chisel away at yourself, build your character, and keep on going headstrong mentally. Like, they say, what don't break you, it really make you. You understand me? So it's like, keep always pushing forward in life. Don't give up. I know it's hard. Shit, I know it's hard. Just don't give up, man. That's all.
Can't give up, man. Gotta keep going. No matter what. It may be some days you want to give up, but you gotta shake this shit out. You feel me? You gotta shake this shit out. Everybody had them days, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, fuck this shit. Fuck the world, but get what? You gotta shake this shit out. Gotta keep going. You gotta see what Forrest Gump did. Just kept running. Kept running. He got it right. Boy ran and walked so much. That boy ran so much, he had a whole... That boy got rich off running. For real.
Running to the plot though. For real, bro. Like, I look at that shit like, man, you could have woke up in the hospital bed, sick as hell, dying.
With no chance, opportunity.
Nothing. Zero. Know what I mean? Both of your kidneys and your liver failing and all type of shit, you feel me? Like, you could be going through some fucked up shit in life. So if you wake up and you able to do just something a little better in life, man, go ahead and do that shit.
So how you feel about the young men with felonies that haven't been in trouble for over years and years? But like, I say like 10 years, like they ain't been in trouble in 10 years. How you feel like that? That they still got that F on their record? That be dry, he gonna need some water. How you feel about that though?
You set me up.
Yeah, I set you up for them. That boy was busting though.
I was busting, but that bitch was dry.
Yeah.
Now I might have black stuff on my teeth because I done ate the damn. It was chocolate, y'all. Goddamn you. How I feel about dudes with felonies that's been walking clean for 10 years straight, head good, nose clean, system clean 10 years straight. I strongly feel like they should have been made some type of way to get that shit off they fucking records. I feel like there should have been a way to because I mean, this is what bothers me. With a lot of felons, they don't want them to have a license. They don't want them to have a job. They don't want them to have a place to stay. They don't even want them to have Wi-Fi or an electricity bill in their name. But you expect for this man to figure it out or this woman to figure it out? How can they figure out anything when you done strip them of every single right and resource available? All the things that they got out there for the felons, it be messed up. Yeah, it's some felons that's doing better than some dudes out here that's never been locked up. True, I give it that. You understand me? But don't be trying to sit there and glorify it like it's a proud accomplishment. No. I feel like if a lot of felons have been walking that clean, straight line, why can't they expunge their record and give them another chance, man? Why you can't reinstate them into society again, man? You gonna force them to live with a family member, live with a female, live with a homeboy, live with a homegirl. You kind of forcing them in the wilderness because they can't get nothing in their name. So if he can't get nothing in their name, how he supposed to stand if he ain't got no feet and legs to stand on, man? They done took away damn near everything, man. I can understand if you are a habitual offender as a felon and you just straight crash out, deadbeat of the family, crash. Every time, crash. Know what I mean? Then fuck you. You feel me? Then it'll be fuck you. But bro, it's some people out here that's felons all because they was in the wrong place, wrong time. They ain't even do nothing for real. They just got caught up in some shit, but all because they solid and they ain't telling their partner, cracker, do your job. You feel me? They ain't telling their homeboy, they make the police do their job. And the police get mad and say, oh, okay, so guess what? We're going to hit you with these felony charges too. We're going to hit you with intent to da-da-da-da. Come on, man. Conspiracy to da-da-da-da. Come on, man. That's not real. That's not real, man. You feel me? I feel bad for the fellas, man, because that shit sour to me, dog. That's sour to me, dog.
So you think Diddy finna get out of jail?
Do I think Diddy finna get out of jail?
Yeah.
I low-key think Diddy is finna get out of jail.
You think so?
I low-key think Diddy finna get out of jail. And if a nigga looking at this screen crazy, like what the fuck did he just say? I low-key think Diddy finna get out of jail because who do you think gave him the power to do it in the first place? That's the good question. Who? Come on now, y'all. Let's logically think about this, right?
Who gave him?
I don't think that Diddy started off like that. I think they did it to Diddy, and then Diddy did it. That's what I think. I honestly, because hurt people. And booty bandits make other booty bandits. Yeah. Some of them niggas try to say, oh, they been rich for so long, they done had so much pussy, they got tired of pussy. I personally do not believe that. I personally believe that it's a lot of spiritual shit that's going on when it comes to that. I believe it's more about we trying to see if you'll go against our creator. I think it's more about how many people can I drag down the damnation with me. I don't think it's just for his personal gain. I think that it's a whole web of people that's definitely involved and they know about it. And this is why they tried to separate themselves, and this is why a lot of them have dipped off out of America. I strongly think that they all have some type of partake in something that went down.
So you think Jay-Z guilty of doing it?
The only thing I think Jay-Z is guilty of is honestly being the ugliest rapper in the game with one of the baddest bitches in the game. I think he is definitely guilty of that. I don't know if she liked to ride his big ass nose and that's what made him win. I've met women with an obsession with noses that want to rub their pum pum against your nose. Cause I done had a female do it to me, so it's like, you know, I think that's what it was with Jay-Z and Beyonce. I think it was more than just the career and him getting her in music. I think they was on some freaky shit, and yeah, he probably let her fuck that nose. That's what I think when it come to him. Yeah, because it just don't make no sense how this nigga that ugly, and yeah, don't make no sense. As far as his whole case, I feel like everybody gonna see that that list might get longer, either from victims or victimizers.
But they say the main witness disappeared. The main witness disappeared. How you feel about that? The main witness disappeared?
The main witness disappeared?
Mm-hmm.
Then that made me strongly believe that there is people at higher powers or levels in this world that could be involved, and they don't want to get exposed for it, but the devil already know what you signed up for, and God seen when you signed that contract. So it's not like you can hide it forever. It's just about when you decide to go against the grain, we finna expose you and decompose you. As long as we cause confusion to make this illusion, there will never be a conclusion. Yeah. It's a lot of smoke and mirrors. It's a lot of dog man shaking hands, and we just gotta pay attention, you know. In the car podcast.
Yeah. Like, subscribe, share, man.
We here, man.
Did that first episode, man. You feel me? Featuring Florida Zane, man.
For real, man. Go ahead and tap in, like, comment, and subscribe, man.
Yeah,
like,
we out of here.
Yeah, man.
About an hour, so we do an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.